Heyo, and welcome to another week of Digital Devos. Um, we are going through the book of First John. There's a lot of good concepts here, and hopefully, these devotionals have been helpful to you. If you like our devos, all one and a half of you that will watch, go and recommend it to your friend from school or somebody so that they might be encouraged as well. So we're going to read First John chapter 2 verses 1 through 6. It says, My little children, I'm writing these things to you so that you may not sin. But if anyone does sin, we have an advocate with the Father, Jesus Christ, the righteous. He is the propitiation for our sins, and not only for ours only, but also for the sins of the whole world. And by this we know that we have come to know him if we keep his commandments. Whoever says, I know him, but does not keep his commandments is a liar, and the truth is not in him. Whoever keeps his word, in him truly the love of God is perfected. By this we may know that we are in him. Whoever says he abides in him ought to walk in the same way in which he walked. All right, so I got a question for you this morning. What does a good substitute look like, and what is a poor substitute? Now, what I mean by that is, actually, there's a lot of substitutes for stuff, right? I remember when I was studying to be a teacher, you could get a part-time job, or I get sometimes full-time, being a substitute, a teacher, one of the most challenging, sometimes most humiliating jobs in the world. Why is that? Because it's hard when you are a substitute teacher in the class. The kids don't take you seriously. They don't think you're actually a good replacement. Or, for instance, if you've been following the NFL season, the backups or whatever players are on the bench, those would call be substitutes or replacements. Sometimes the backup quarterback comes in and does a great job. Sometimes he does a terrible job. Other examples of good or bad substitutes, there could be healthier, good substitutes for meat, but also there's kind of some gross ones like substituting a tofu for a burger. I don't know if I'm a big fan of that. Or if you have like a substitute for steak, sometimes maybe they'll have like a mushroom or beets. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of that either. Anyhow, the reason why I say all that is the word, fancy word here, propitiation, right? That big fancy word. How many syllables is that? Propitiation. Five syllables. It is a fancy theological word that basically means substitute or replacement. They might say atonement or something like that. But basically, why is Jesus the propitiations for our sins? Because I deserve it. God needed a substitute to carry out his wrath, his justice, because we're icky, we're bad, make a lot of mistakes. So it says he is the propitiation, the perfect substitute. So think about that. Not only if I had to pay for my sins, it wouldn't be enough. This substitute is even better, right? It's even better than what the original would have been. Not only does Jesus take away my pain and my punishment, he declares me clean because he is the clean lamb, the sinless lamb, the perfect person that never sinned. And so he is the perfect substitute. And so with that, he says, Jesus is a propitiation for the whole world, for everybody's sins. And as a result of that, John encourages us to keep his commandments. So this might be a little bit related to what we saw in James, right? Back in the book of James, we saw, hey, if you actually believe in what God is, who he is, then you're going to keep his words, keep his promises. And so with that, it says, whoever keeps his word, in him truly the love of God is perfected. And so if we say we love Jesus, if we say we love God, let us not just be thankful or just be taking advantage of the free gift that Jesus gives us in the substitute, but actually let us be following his commandments. And some of the most important commandments is love God, love others, right? That's what Jesus commanded us. So, as you go throughout your day, I hope you can reflect on, hey, how can I be grateful that Jesus is my substitute for the punishment I deserve? And then secondly, how am I keeping his commandments? If I actually say I know God, am I loving God? Am I loving others? Am I trying to show others this truth through my actions, through my words, through my healthy habits, through my thought life? So I would challenge you to kind of meditate on all of that today. I keep reading the book of First John, and hopefully you guys keep watching and have a good rest of the week.